Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Ultimate Decades Challenge. The year is now 1331. Last year, we had a string of successful birthday rolls, and we spent a bit of time trying to find spouses for Alyson and our dear cousin Zane. This year, we are starting off in the Townsend household because we have 3 birthdays to do. Stephanie and Brandon are both up for their second young adult roles, and their youngest daughter, Regina, needs to do her toddler role. If you're wondering what the second role is for, it's because I modified the original rules to make young adult roles a little bit less risky. So to counterbalance that, I made it so that we need to roll twice for the young adult and the adult stages. Their home is definitely getting too small for this family. I'm gonna have to do something about that. Well, unless they all fail their roles. In that case... No, you know what? Forget I said anything. We are going to just do the rolls and pretend I didn't say anything because I don't want to jinx it. So we're going to start off with baby Regina here, who isn't having a great time. To age up into a toddler, she needs to avoid 4, 8, and 12. Oh, man. Well, this is off to a great start. Well, welcome back to the Ultimate Decades Challenge, I guess. Oh, and she wants to watch her baby's milestone. I'm sorry, Stephanie. I thought it was so cute that she had 3 daughters as well. It was so wholesome. You know, Brandon getting to be a girl dad. And they all look so much like Stephanie, too. All right, well, we'll plead. Maybe she can still be saved. Seriously, I feel like the chances aren't that great of children passing away, but they pass away a lot. Like, it's 3 numbers out of 20. What... Anyways, just my luck, I guess. And, hang on, let's roll and see what the cause of death will be. Fell out of the crib. How violently did you fall out of the crib? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to go for, I guess, hunger. And does she become a ghost? Do we get to plead? Or does the mod not work? Oops! And she's gone. Well, okay. Well, it worked. But she just sort of disappeared from the world, and we didn't even get an urn. Well, that's sad. Is it because she was in a crib? Should I try again? Nope. So I reloaded, and I tried, and it didn't work. She just disappeared again, and I'm paused. Why is Stephanie still walking? What? Why did the heart go down? She's still moving. Stephanie is transcending time. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I forgot to press record and so much happened. So I reloaded my game again, which is the point where I stopped the recording because the loading was so long. And then when I got back in game, I aged up Regina and I tried pleading and death just wasn't having it. And then I rolled for Brandon and Brandon rolled to pass away as well. And then I rolled for Stephanie. But Stephanie was fine. So I realized that I wasn't recording when I was saying that I am going to use the rule where we roll a die to see how many years a sim has left when they fail their roll. However, in this case, since Brandon doesn't have any baby tries left with Stephanie, I was thinking I might actually not do a year roll for him, just so that we don't keep sims around that aren't all that useful. Arguably, his mother isn't useful either, but she didn't fail her roll. She actually succeeded. Let me know what you guys think. In this particular case, I am going to kill Brandon off now. I'm going to roll to see what his cause of death is. I am going to plead, but if he doesn't make it, he doesn't make it. But let me know for future sims. Should I still roll to see how many years they have left, even if there are no baby tries involved? Okay, let's roll for poor Brandon. He rolled to drown. Brandon is a victim, apparently, of the new mod I have that makes it so that sims can drown. He maybe went for a swim to cool off and never made it back. Oh, I guess I can't say that he died by drowning if he isn't in water, can I? I guess we'll go with steam. Next best thing. Is the animation going to be terrible? Well, something like that. Oh man. Okay, so everybody is now sad. The only very confident person was Brandon, but he can't plead for himself. You know what? Sheila? Sheila's ready for some action. She is going to seduce Death to spare her son. It worked! It worked! Oh. Oh, it didn't. Oh, man, that would have been great. You know, Sheila is so... Oh. I mean, Sheila's been with so many Sims in this save that it would have been perfect, but no. And you know what? People just couldn't take it. They're so sad, they just left the body outside and went inside. Nobody cares. Just poor blacksmith Brandon here. I feel kind of bad about not rolling to give him a chance to live a few extra years, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, because we have a lot of Sims in the save file and I kind of don't want it to explode. So I figured if he doesn't have a practical reason for staying around, I won't keep him around longer than need be. Oh, goodbye, Brandon. That's so sad. Why are we talking about Brandon's grief? Right, okay, Tara is trying to hold it together. That's so sad. No, that's Tara, the little sister. Oh man, feeling confident all of a sudden. You know, you couldn't feel confident like 2 minutes ago. Okay, well, let's give that to Stephanie, and it's another urn to put in the crypt. Oh man, lost her true love, and she's in mourning now. That's so sad. I'm so sorry, Stephanie. Losing a kid and then losing your husband as well. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. That's a great way to start this episode, because this episode, we have a lot of rolls to do, so cross your fingers and your toes, because this is off to a really bad start. Okay, well, I'm gonna let these guys, you know, deal with their grief. Let's, insult. No, let's go ask her for advice, you know? They just lost someone that they both loved, and maybe these two women are going to work together now, because now they have the blacksmith shop that they need to keep running, and we've only got women left here, so they're going to have to take up the mantle, you know? Sheila also lost her husband, who was the previous blacksmith, and now we just lost Brandon, who, you know, lost his father at a really young age, so this is really sad. So we're going to have to teach the two youngins to maybe take over the shop someday. All right, so let's leave these guys here, and we're going to go on to our next side household that has roles to do. All right, so we are here with the Verviers family. This is where Gemma's first son, Auguste, is living with his wife, Rosa, and their daughter of questionable parentage, but he doesn't know that, Christine. And today, we're going to do a role for Rosa because she gave birth to a little baby boy that the game named Zachary. And she's sad from losing a friend. Who did she lose? Was she friends with Brandon? Oh, she was. She was friends with Brandon. Oh, that's sad. Well, I know, Rosa. Okay, so we're gonna have her come and cuddle her little baby. And we are going to do their roles. So as usual, we are going to roll for Rosa first. She needs to avoid a 1. Awesome. Okay, and baby needs to avoid 5, 10, 15, and 20. Baby boy made it. Okay, and we're also going to do his infant roll. He made it again. Baby Zachary makes it safely through birth. Awesome, but we're not out of the woods yet. We also need to roll for Auguste. And if he passes away, I'm telling you, I'm just going to shut off the game. I can't deal with that right now. He needs to avoid just 2 and 6. Just 2 numbers. Thank goodness. Okay, Auguste, Gemma's first surviving son, survives. But we also need to roll for little Christine, who is possibly Gemma's first grandchild or not. We don't really know. She needs to avoid a 9 and a 19. Okay, lots of 8s. Everybody in this household made it. So I hope we got all of the bad luck out of the way, because we are also going to have to go to our main household later to do some rolls. So Auguste still has 1 baby try left, but I am going to give them a break just so that we don't have the kids too fast. Although You know, I'm getting nervous for the Black Plague already, because the Black Plague is coming in 17 years. So babies that are born now in like 1331 and 32 are going to have a chance to have children before the Black Plague hits, which could give us a chance to make sure that certain family branches survive the Black Plague, because I have just been catching up on Plum Bob's and the past playthrough, and her Black Plague episodes were heart-wrenching. Like, the rolls went terribly. So this is what I'm expecting for my own gameplay now, and so I would prefer to have lots of Sims at that point, especially because Gemma's line has already almost died out. Like, the only Sims left in Gemma's line are Ghislain and Auguste. Auguste is here, and we have to go to do Ghislain's teen role now. And Ghislain is also cursed by the witch because Lucan killed the witch's mother to revive Gemma, if you guys remember. No, baby girl, no. Okay, let's go and change the diaper. So we don't know what's gonna happen with Ghislain. Her diaper doesn't need to be changed? Didn't she just make a poopy diaper? Oh, she's not done yet. Right, we're gonna wait till she's done before we change the diaper. Oh, he's hugging his daughter, who might be Kaylin's daughter. We don't know. I kind of hope she's Auguste's, just because he doesn't deserve that, but it would also be funny if Kaylin had children around the world that we don't know. We're only gonna realize it when we try to get them married, and it's like, no, these two are family. What do you mean they're family? Right, so what I am going to do is I'm going to have Auguste and Rosa have a little woohoo, and if she gets pregnant, great. If she doesn't, then that's fine. Just to give them a chance, you know, that maybe they might get pregnant and have another child who might have children before the Black Plague hits. And where's Christine going? No, okay. I thought she was leaving. Oh yeah, she's a wanderer. Just don't wander into the water, please. It's right there. Okay, so the deed is done, and I'm... Whoa! Lucia just gave birth to a baby boy. Lucia and Tartosa. Jeffrey. Hang on, no. We're gonna go with Italian names for Lucia. Just keep the trend going. Macho. Okay, let's go for Macho. No clue what that means. Okay, she delivered one male baby, so we're gonna have to go over to Tartosa soon. Actually, it's also Endrio's birthday. I'm telling you, we have so many birthdays today. We already have 2 deaths, so maybe we'll get lucky for the next ones. Let's see if Rosa might be pregnant. Oh, she's happy. She likes her husband. That's nice. She's not pregnant. Okay, we'll try again at some later point. Okay, so I'm gonna let these guys... Wow. Auguste, you're ripped. I'm gonna leave these guys here, and we are going to head on over to the other Verviers household to do Auguste's brother's birthday. Okay, so here we are at the Verviers Manor. I don't know if you guys remember, since it has been a long time since I released some episodes. So let's just remind ourselves who these people are. So we've got Lucan here, who is Gemma's 3rd husband. He's an evil sim, and he was also her soulmate. Oh, do I know you? Sorry to hear it. So Lucan is evil, and he murdered his father to ensure that he would inherit the manor and that he would be the guardian of Gemma's children. And then he also murdered a witch so that he could bring Gemma back to life. And then Gemma gave birth to Ghislain and passed away. So Ghislain here is one of the 2 surviving children of Gemma, and he is currently friends with Serafina. Serafina is the daughter of their servant Gamal. Gamal was previously married, but his wife failed her young adult role and passed away. So Ghislain and Serafina, I imagine, are bonding over the fact that they both lost their mother at a pretty young age. I don't know if romance is in the cards for them, because Ghislain, of course, is a noble and she's only a servant, but, you know, the heart wants what it wants, so we'll see what happens when they both become teens. Speaking of becoming teens, let's roll for little Ghislain here. To become a teen, he only needs to avoid the number 7. Thank goodness. Okay, thank you very much, dice gods. So we're going to get to age this little guy up and see what he looks like. I feel like it's been a while since we last got a teen birthday, but I might just feel that way because it's been a long time since I last recorded. By the way, I'm actually recording this episode before releasing the previous one just because I have time now and I don't know when I'll have time to record again. So I'm trying to get as much recording done as I can while I have some child-free time. Well, not really child-free. I have my baby next to me, but my older daughter is with her daddy right now. So you won't see the conclusion to what happened with Zane just yet because I'm still waiting for the previous episode to come out and to read your comments first. So let's see what Ghislaine's trait is. He's currently a fairy tale fanatic, which makes sense. You know, he's been raised around knights and probably likes stories about knights and fairy tale romance. He's a loner, which makes sense as well. He's been sort of alone all of his life. He hasn't really had many friends. Lucan isn't really all that approachable, so maybe he hasn't, you know, been exposed to other children that much. And he's likable though, and he is loyal. I like that for him. So I like to take teen aspirations for when they're teens so that it's easier to have relationships with other teens. So I feel like as a fairy tale fanatic and a loner, he's loyal. Maybe a drama llama. You know, he might be a loner, but maybe he likes hearing about what happens in other people's lives, even if he doesn't necessarily want to be a part of it. So we'll go with that. And okay, we can work with this. I'm going to give him a quick makeover, and then I will be back to do his marriage and pregnancy rules. Here is our young Ghislaine before his makeover. And here he is after his makeover. I know he looks pretty old to be a 13-year-old, but I don't like giving too many makeovers to my Sims, so this is going to be his young adult look. I gave him a style that sort of looks like his father Lucan on purpose, and I gave him this little pendant here. I figure since he's been cursed by the witch, maybe his father gave him one of Gemma's old necklaces, hoping it might, you know, protect him or something, but we're going to see if that works or not. So we're gonna... Oh, his image hasn't been updated down here. Oh, he really does look like his father. Although his father doesn't look quite as nice. Ghislaine looks like a kind little guy. You can see the Gemma in his face as well. All right, so let's roll to see if he's going to get married and how many baby tries he's going to get. All right, he does get married, and I believe for the baby tries, it's a D12. 8! That's great! All right. Because his brother only got like 2 baby tries, so 8 is great. We're going to try and keep Gemma's line going, because I would like to have all 3 of our original siblings have a line that lasts, you know, till the end. If we make it that far, it's going to take so much time to make it to like the modern era. I'm sorry if you can still hear my baby talking in the background. She's almost 3 months now, and so she's trying out her voice. All right, so here is our baby Ghislaine. So since Auguste already has a manor of his own, which was provided to him by Rosa's parents, I think he is going to be inheriting this lot here. Oh, I just saw he inherited the irresistible trait from Gemma. Gamal likes discussing hobbies. Yeah, sure, why not? He's working class. He's solidly middle class. Well, he's not, but that's fine. I don't know how to change that. I did have a gameplay element to the curse. You know, it came with a mod, and ew, let's have Gamal come in, clean that up. So yeah, so I do have a mod installed that was supposed to give him a... Oh, what is this? But it doesn't really seem to have done anything. Maybe it's not working because he's a male? Okay, so I won't spoil it. Let's, What happened to their oven? I'm sure there used to be a fireplace here. Oh well. Okay, so the mod does not seem to have worked. Ghislaine is still fine. So what I might do is actually add the mod that gives you, like, cursed traits to simulate the fact that he's cursed. We'll see. We'll see. Because I quite like the idea that I had to have the mod fit in with his curse. So we'll come back to it. Oh, Sir Lucan and Ghislaine have a support supportive family dynamic. Yes, absolutely. You know, oh, they gave each other a hug. You know, oh, irresistible. Okay, so he's the one that he got the trait from. Well, he's gloomy, family-oriented, proper. You know, I think Lucan is just super loyal to his family and, you know, give the woohoo talk. Yeah, sure. You know, he's at an age where things are going to start happening. And we want you to be prepared, Ghislain, because, you know, we don't want you to go too fast. You know, you have to choose wisely. And they're both really awkward. Okay, that went well. But at least they became good friends. And Serafina and Gamal also has a support. Okay, that's fine. Ghislain just had his first experience understanding a positive or resilient romantic outlook. With enough of these kinds of experiences, Sims can develop the romantic sage trait. As Ghislain is still in his impressionable formative years, this trait will be easier for him to develop, assuming he will continue to gain positive impressions of romance from other Sims or his own research and experiences. I like that. I haven't really used that yet, so he's using the toilet in the servants' quarters. Okay. Awkward encounter. Awkward conversation. Yeah, I get it. Okay, I'm gonna leave these guys here because we still need to go to Tartosa and do a few rolls there before we go and do the main rolls in our main family. I lied. We are not in Tartosa. We are still in Windenburg because today is actually harvest day, so I figured we might as well go with our main household so that we can work a bit on that and not waste our harvest. So everybody is just slowly getting up. Alexander was the first one to wake up. He was absolutely miserable because I didn't realize, but he was also friends with our poor Brandon, who just passed away. Brayden is also quite sad over losing his friend because if we look at the relationship, he had maxed out friendship with Brandon. I can't find him just now, but anyways, you'll have to take my word for it. So Alexander right now is ready for some action and working on some spinach tarts while our twins here are messing. Actually, you know, since we're here, let's go ahead and roll for these two. So our twins are now ready to become toddlers. Let's see if they are going to be luckier than their poor cousin, Regina, who did not make it. The numbers they need to avoid are 4, 8, and 12. I believe the firstborn is Celeste, so we're gonna roll for her first. She just barely scrapes through. And what about Edward? Both of them got a 3? Okay, lots of doubles today, but that's fine. I'll take it. Maybe they were both very sick, but miraculously recovered. I don't think Brayden and Fatima would have survived if they had lost their children again. So that's great. Okay, so let's get these guys aged up so that we don't need to hear them fussing anymore. So Celeste is bouncy. She's very playful and energetic, and she's a roamer. She can't sit still for long. Okay, I like that for her. So we're gonna put her down and we're gonna go and see little Edward. I am so relieved that they both made it. Oh, I like it that her hair is a little bit messy. Okay, so she has... Oh, both of them actually have Fatima's black hair. Okay, that's fun because Romarin has Brayden's hair. Right, during the night I also got a notification that Rosemary gave birth to a little baby girl. I'm not going to go roll for them because they're not part of the main household or the bloodline, I should say. So I'm just going to let her have her happy life and healthy babies, even though she's 46 or something. Okay, Edward has a difficult temperament and he's leafy. Happiest? Exploring the great outdoors. They're fascinated by flowers, bugs, and everything green, often turning a simple backyard into a wonderland of nature discoveries. Oh, that's fun. Okay, they're both aging up with some really fun traits. I'm happy. I'm not going to actively try for a pregnancy anymore. I think their family is pretty complete with these 4 kids. I'm hoping they all make it through because they've done the hardest roles. But even if they don't, I think 3 or 2 children is just fine. Although this is going to be the generation that goes through the war and through the Black Plague. Romarin and Khalil really are not going to have a great time. And Alexander never finished his meal. And he also didn't clean up like I asked him to. So Alexander's being a little face today. All right, let's take a look at what baby Edward looks like here. Oh, he aged up with some freckles. That's cute. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not having a nice day. It's your birthday, though. Okay, here's little baby Edward. Actually, I think we're gonna go into... Oh no, Celeste is starving. We're gonna take them into cast to see what our two little babies look like. Yeah, everybody's just starving and Alexander here is just goofing around. I'm gonna let him finish the spinach tart before we go into cast just to make sure he doesn't cancel it again. He better not go flirting with Fatima, you know? Since he's ready for some action. We don't need the drama right now. We really don't. Alexander is 18 at the moment, so he can actually get married anytime. Yeah, I know. Stargaze with Brayden. Practice programming. Okay, fine. Alright, so I'm gonna have these guys come and grab a bite to eat, and then we're gonna take a look at our kiddos in Cass, and then we are going to go and work on our harvest. Alyson is thinking about diapers. I mean, that better not mean that she's pregnant. She didn't woohoo with anyone, did she? I think Alyson is just looking forward to getting married and having kids of her own. Here is our little Celeste. I only gave her a very minor makeover. I left her with the messy hair because I think it fits for a bouncy roamer. She seems to have a mix of Brayden and Fatima's features. She has Fatima's hair, of course, but she seems to have Brayden's bluish eyes. And then we have our little baby Edward here with green eyes and freckles, and he is just the cutest. Oh, I just loaded back into live mode and Fatima wants to ask to woohoo again. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna let them enjoy marital bliss for a while, you know, because things have been so stressful for Brayden and Fatima. I think they deserve a little bit of happiness. Celeste and Alyson are jokers. Sure, Alyson can be the fun aunt. I gave Celeste and Edward a sort of reddish... Oh, ooh, Fatima and Brayden have a steamy dynamic. Sure. As I was saying, I gave both of them red outfits because I dress a lot of my Sims in like green and brown, and I figured it was time for a bit of a change. So these two are going to have a red theme going forward. And if they both age up and get married, then maybe their family can also all wear red so that we can sort of tell them apart, because we're gonna start having a lot of side households and everybody is flirty. He's ready for some more action. Man, okay. Oh my gosh. This is supposed to be ready for harvest. Oh man. That's unfortunate. What happens if I think I'll just harvest it like that. We're better off selling anything anyways, because I always... Maybe I'm sort of making life harder on myself, but I tend to remove all plants at the end of the season and then replant everything. I know it means things don't really upgrade as I go along, but I feel like gardening just gives us too much money. So I feel like it's more fair this way. Also, it gives them stuff to do, you know? This is the peasant life. They're supposed to be working. So planting all of the crops takes up a big chunk of their time. Whoops. I don't know what happened, but Romarin's emotional control is in range to earn the uncontrolled emotions trait. Oh no. Oh no. How did that happen? What? Why are you on Flirty? Does it fit for No, I don't think it fits for her. Hey Alyson, we're having a get-together before prom. Want to join? Well, okay. Let's try it. Prom is probably gonna bug out again, but let's try it. And potentially miss our harvest. Okay, so we are here at the Potter's shop. This is a small store that I've been working on that I built with a family to go with it. I was going to introduce them as NPCs a bit later, but the game decided that we're gonna come see them now. Alright, so we're here and we're already drunk. Let's have Alyson come and introduce herself to the other teens that she doesn't know here. Instantly unattracted. Okay. So they called her up and invited her, but she didn't even know them before now. And she's instantly good friends. Well, okay. She's unattracted to both of them. I don't get what her attraction interests are. I gave her the one true love aspiration. It says find a soulmate by meeting and interacting with other Sims. Not every Sim will find their soulmate right away. But with a bit of patience and luck, there's sure to be someone for everyone. Okay, well, we just gotta keep trying then. Oh, look who it is. Grayson, Adriana's previous beau. Oh, we already know him. Okay, I'm gonna go say hello to Grayson here. You know, just in case. Mess around. Let's go show off our outfit. What a party. My baby has the hiccups. I wonder if there's anything I can do to make it easier for Alyson to find her soulmate. Like, I don't know if maybe there's a potion or like if she can wish at the wishing well or something to try and find love. What's happening over here? Oh, hey, this is Fatima's mom. I don't know what she's doing here. They just keep drinking. Instantly unattracted. Okay, I did take a look at her attraction preferences and she likes bald people with short hair and beards. So I can see why other teens aren't really interesting because they don't have beards. And a few of them have long hair. I don't know if maybe could Mason be an interesting guy for her? He does have a little bit of stubble. Oh, I guess it doesn't count because he's not a teen anymore. But she's 17 right now, so we're not in any rush. And you know, she could become soulmates with someone who she's not attracted to, and maybe he'll grow a beard for her or something. She's uncomfortable because she's sobering up and then she's drinking again. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Let's go to prom. Should we take Alexander? Sure, let's take Alexander. What could go wrong with his constant ready-for-action moodlet? Okay, here we are at prom, and it's actually working now. Richard. Okay, hang on. Let's get Alexander to... Did I say it was working? I'm sorry, it's not working. The only people who stay are, like, the principal and a single sim. Okay, so I invited a bunch of sims over to try and correct whatever happened with all the sims disappearing. There, we could say this is like a harvest celebration that Alyson and Alexander were invited to. Okay, so we've got a bunch of potential candidates here. And of course, she is flirty and ready for some action. Reveal a crush? Who even is this? What? You don't even have a romance bar with her. Why are whatever. I'll let you do. You do you. Alyson's still drinking and flirting. She's flirting with women, but she has 10 baby tries. How's that gonna work out? I mean, I don't mind if she has relationships with ladies, but we're still gonna need a man sometime to make some babies. We're all having so much fun. So she's apparently attracted to this guy, Abel McCartney. There, let's flirt. Alyson has had a bit too much to drink, and she's ready for some action and sees an appealing sim, so I'm just gonna let her go all out and start flirting with people and see what happens. Oh, Alexander was apparently elected. Oh. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna end the spring harvest because these sims just are going insane with it. Like, they just keep drinking and celebrating. I'd like them to have, like, ordinary conversation every now and then. Oh, I see hearts. With Zechariah? Okay. Oh, hello. Right, I think most of my sims are bi. I don't really look at sexual orientation that much when I'm giving makeovers, so whatever happens, happens, you know? Okay. Alexander just got an indecent proposal. And he just left to show off his crown. Let's keep this party going. Want to come for the after party. Okay, let's take our sister Alyson. What? How's he related to Morgan? That's weird. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Something important. I think the after party bugged out. Oh no. What happened? Something happened. I just don't know what it is. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go do our own after party. We're gonna take a few sims and we're gonna travel to the pub. Okay, we've successfully made it to the tavern. And I ended up creating a club because it was getting very complicated getting enough teens all at the same spot. So I gave them the activities of playing cards and socializing. So Hopefully it works out. Alyson's still very flirty, of course. Oh, Kaylin's here. Oh, blow a kiss. We've got some autonomous flirting. All right, tell me about it. In front of her brother. She just looked at her brother like, oops, did he see that? Alex, what are you doing? He's just sitting alone, contemplating life with his jester hat. Bicycles. There, I'm gonna go for a flirty introduction with one of these ladies just because he's feeling very flirty as well. Oh, why are you sad? Gregoria Lorimer. Okay, you know what? I am going to go and meet her because she is someone that I was planning for. Oh, he's very unattracted to Liberty. Okay, well then, he's revealing a crush, but he's unattracted. And she's unflirty. Great. Hey, Zane. Where'd she go? Oh, here she is. Okay, so I am going to go and introduce myself to Gregoria because... Flirty introduction? Should I? Yeah, why not? Flirty introduction might not be the best way. Oh, instant attraction. Okay, that's good. That's good. And she's feeling sad, so we're gonna ask her about her mood because it just so happens that Gregoria's father recently passed away, and her father was the keeper of the local prison. And Alexander is going to inquire, pretend to be Slap. He's going to inquire as to, you know, why are you so sad? And she's going to tell him about what happened and how the future is now uncertain because her father passed away and now they need to hire some employees. What's happening over here? Rowan DeLacy, you're... what? But... well, okay, Rowan is actually Quentin's brother, and he can go and find himself a wife. Alyson has noticed that Jamari's eyes are lingering on them. Okay, so many things. What? Okay, because, well, what I was going to say is that Gregoria is going to tell Alexander that they're looking for people to come work at the jail now that her father and her brother actually passed away. They are now without anyone to work at the jail except for her and her sister. And they're not exactly cut out for that sort of work, you know? And so Alexander here, who has some intentions, would be interested in working at the jail, you know? Because it could be a pretty profitable profession. And my plan was for him to go and work there and meet Gregoria's sister and then choose who he wants to marry, but he seems to have taken things into his own hands. Let's just see if it bugs out though. She's into it? Okay, let's... well, that was unexpected. Okay, Alexander, you really know what you want. You're taking control of your life. That's fine. So I don't know if she's going to be pregnant after this, but, well, I am going to have him move in with them, and then we'll see whatever happens. If she's pregnant, he might just have to marry her, and if not, then we'll give a chance to the sister as well. So Alyson here was having a thing with Jamari. Let's take a look. Is she attracted to him at least? She is. She's very attracted to Jamari. Okay, let's go and find him. Where is he? Oh, he's in the bathroom. Okay, I am going to send Alyson to go and talk to him. She's going to leave the card table. They're going to have a not awkward at all conversation in the bathroom. She's going to ask him maybe about his intentions. Passionate kiss. I mean, she is drunk. What's he asking? Passionate kiss? Do it. You know, maybe it's just a, oh, he's flirting with her. Happening autonomously. I love it when that happens. But I mean, she's kind of drunk, you know? So why not? Just an innocent little kiss here. Oh my gosh, you guys are busy tonight. Where are they even going? It better be somewhere private. I don't want her to get, like, confined to a relationship right away, you know? I see a suspicious amount of Sims going upstairs where the beds are. Are they going at it too? Oh! Oh dear. Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh. We have a double whammy. I am going to leave them their privacy. And I'm gonna... I don't know where to go. Okay, Alexander's talking to Zane. So, you know, Zane isn't getting any action, but his much younger cousins are. Poor Zane. Here, maybe I can control him and have him introduce himself to a few ladies. Although I haven't seen your comments in the last episode yet, so you guys have maybe already told me who you want him to marry. And oh my gosh, I don't want to know. Oh! Someone else just joined them. Whoa. Oh no, okay, we're just hugging and being friendly. Right, having everybody be bisexual might be a bit dangerous in The Sims, you know? What? Why are they all getting those thought bubbles? What's happening? Oh no. Is it? Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I think having everybody be bisexual might be a little bit dangerous in The Sims because they're so like liberal with their affection that I think there's a lot of potential for jealousy and catastrophe. So I've taken control of Zane and I'm gonna have him introduce himself to a few Sims. Oh! Oh wow. Oh, you know what? I think I did put be romantic in the club activities. I didn't really mean for it, like, right? I was hoping for some, like, innocent little flirtation just to see who would be interested by who, but, the game has sort of taken it out of, pushed it to the extreme, you know? Well, there's Alyson looking, happy with herself. Is she, though? Is she gonna be a little bit embarrassed to go back to, pregnancy potential, of course. She might go home to Brayden and be like, a bit awkward, you know, since Adriana got into quite a bit of trouble. And I'm sure Brayden expected his sister Alyson to be a little bit more careful, I guess. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna have these two sneak back home and see what Brayden has to say about all this. Okay, we're back at our main household, and I brought Zane along because I figure Zane may have brought Alexander and Alyson home. Like, maybe he was at the bar and he was like, okay, my much younger cousins, you are behaving in an unsavory way, and you are going to get yourselves into much trouble. And so I am taking both of you home, and you're gonna go and sleep that off. And we are going to have to keep an eye on Alyson here and see if anything becomes of her little fling. I was hoping to have her married to her soulmate, but if it's not in the cards, it's not in the cards. Aw, thanks, Zane. I didn't even ask you to do anything, and he's here tending our garden while everybody else is goofing off. Oh, great. Brayden is talking with friends because he's erratic. I really should get rid of that trait, shouldn't I? I feel like his life has gotten into order, and it's time for him to evolve. I don't know what his new trait should be, though. Family-oriented, maybe? Does he already have that? No, he doesn't. Okay, maybe he could be family-oriented. Or is that too classic? Hey, you've got pretty good taste. Esther wants to take us to the flea market. No, I'm sorry. That's not time appropriate. I mean, we could just go to the market, but we have a farm to take care of. Aw, Khalil just became good friends with Brayden while both of them are working on the farm. I bet Khalil is trying to, seem like the good son so that Brayden would consider leaving him the farm instead of poor old Romarin. I've been thinking about getting to know Gregoria Lorimer. Yeah, go for it, because she might be your daughter-in-law soon. Aw, Fatima, playing with little... Oh, wonderful. I love it when that happens. Hey, Alyson. Doing a bit of cleaning? Are you still thinking about... Yeah, she's thinking about diapers. But to be fair, she was thinking about diapers earlier, so... I am not going to do a pregnancy test. I am going to leave the mystery for the next episode. And we are going to leave these guys here because... Oh, look! Quentin's here to come see his best friend, Brayden. That's so nice. I think he's coming to see Brayden. Oh yeah, he's all excited to see Brayden. Oh, that's fun. Alright, so I'm gonna leave these guys here, and... Alright, if you're wondering why Osha's here, it's because she's still our farmhand, so she's here helping out with the farm. But we also now have Romarin and Khalil who are doing some work on the farm, so things are looking pretty good for them right now. We're going to leave them here, and we are going to go and look in on our Sims in Tartosa. Here we are in Tartosa at the Rochefort Inn, and I recently got the Business and Hobbies expansion pack. I don't know if I mentioned this already. And I turned this into an actual business, so I don't know what is going to happen, but I have just opened our business. Or not. Oh, she can't make it to the sign. There we go. Okay, so the inn is now open. Let's see what happens. Okay, well, we've got some customers. We've got one of our ladies playing the lute. Seems to be working fine so far. All right, so what we needed to do here is we needed to... Oh, no. Oh, wait. Does the Home Regions mod not work with businesses and hobbies? That could be awkward. I don't want Brayden hanging out around here or something. Like, you guys aren't in the right country. Okay, well, we'll deal with the problems as they happen. But so far we've got... Oh, no. Curtis Potter. Oh, no. Oh, no. All of our Sims from Henford are here. I hadn't thought of that. Okay, well, I'll have to fix that some other time because right now, what we need to do is roll for this kid. Our dear Endrio with his 10 baby tries. So he's up for his first young adult role. He just needs to avoid a 2 and a 6. And he's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna let him age up, but he's not the only role that we need to do. We also need to roll for baby Machio. Okay, so Andrio is currently a kleptomaniac. He's optimistic, creepy, gentle. No, gloomy doesn't match because he's also optimistic. Feeble. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Non-committal. Sure. Okay. You know, he ran away from home after being orphaned. I think his life has been a bit chaotic, so non-committal works. I don't think he knows how to settle down. So I'm actually gonna roll just to see if he gets like a fun aspiration. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, maybe not. Let's just skip that one and go for deviance. Okay, and then 4. Let's roll a d4 and see what he gets. 1. Seeker of secrets. He wants to discover juicy secrets. Okay, sure. I'm down for that. All right, so next we're going to roll for Lucia and little baby Machio. All right, so we're gonna have to roll for Lucia first. She needs to avoid a 1. She's fine. And baby needs to avoid 5, 10, 15, and 20, and he's fine. And what about his infant roll? He's fine as well. Okay. All right, so this episode was off to a really bad start, but it got better. You know, we can actually age him up right away. Get an idea what he looks like. And Wiggly. Okay. Oh, black hair. Okay, I don't even know who this kid's dad is, you know, but she does work in a brothel. Alright, so Andrea had a bit of a falling out with Lucia last time we were here in the last episode. So what I was thinking of doing was sending him off with Lavender to go off on an adventure. So we might not see him for a little while. He is going to travel around and we're going to see if he might find a wife, because he did actually roll to get married. So even if he's non-committal, maybe he'll get married and then leave his wife there with a few children and then keep traveling and have children in all of the worlds. Spread around those orange-haired genes or something. So I'm kind of relieved that the small business does appear to be working. The only issue is we're getting Sims from all of the worlds. So I'm gonna have to try and find a workaround for that, because I do not want Breeden coming over here at a brothel that should be in a different kingdom, you know? So I'll have to work on that. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to do in this family, so I'm gonna head on back to our main household now. Alright, so we're back with our main household. They did quite a bit of work on the farm, and we've got some stinky diapers around here, so let's send our Sims to take care of their children. Hey Alyson, how are you doing? Any nausea yet? Hey, feeling okay? Yeah, she seems fine. Alright, so it is the end of the day, and also the end of the year. So I'm going to be leaving this part here. I'm really happy that we did get some good luck after a really bad start today, but we had a lot of birthdays and a lot of them were successful, including, of course, little Ghislain, who just turned into a teen and will be getting married and will be having several baby tries, which I am stoked about. Next year, I think we're going to be spending a bit of time with Alexander. We're going to be sending him off to work at the jail and to get to know the two sisters who live there and figure out who he should be marrying and what his future is going to be with them. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.